The engineers got the line back up on the Thursday, 11 days late, and the whole coast came back on at about 4 in the afternoon. Kinletchi came on, Torridon came on, the 2 islands came on. Ardvane did not. 2 men in a van came up the track on the Friday and spent 4 hours on it and could not find a fault.
They've tested the line from the pole. Line's fine.
So it's the house.
They've tested the house. House is fine.
So what is it?
Well, that's the question, isn't it? Fella says he's never seen it. Says there's power going in at the pole, and there's power at the box, and there's nothing in between, and that's not a thing that can happen. He's a way to get a man from Dingwall.
And Ellis Mackay stood in his own kitchen and did not say, "It's taking it. It's taking every watt you put down that line, and it is putting it somewhere, and it has been doing that since 1984. And my grandfather wired it in himself with a spade and a coil of cable and told everybody he was counting deer. He got the numbers out of the city over 4 days, and getting them was like pulling teeth, because a machine that speaks only in one dead man's phrases has a very poor vocabulary for engineering and an excellent one for how long things last.
The light in the 3rd column, it goes down.
Aye.
How long have I got if I do nothing at all?
You'll see the year out.
And the next one?
You'll see the year out.
Which is how he learnt that he had somewhere between 400 and 430 days, and that the city had no way of telling him that except by declining to say it twice. He got the rest the same way, slowly, obliquely, in the language of a man talking about coal. Stand by, the lights, the air, the warmth in the wall, the whole 2,100 meters of it ticking over doing nothing, costs 1/100th% a day. Waking one person costs 15-hundredths.
15 days of everything. One person is 15 days of everything.
And here, at last, is the thing he is for. He took his laptop, which had no internet and 41% battery and a cracked hinge, and he opened a blank spreadsheet, which is a document he had opened several hundred times in his life, always about a video game, always at 2 in the morning, always instead of doing something he was supposed to be doing. And every single one of those nights turned out to have been practice.
Right. Column A is days, column B is standby draw, column C is intake off the grid. Column D is wakes, and column D is the only one I control. Grid gives back 4 thousandths a day. Standby takes 100th. So I'm losing 6 thousandths a day no matter what I do. That's 660 days to 0 on standby alone. Oh, that's better. That's nearly 2 years. And every wake is 15/100ths, which is 25 days off the end. So the whole 4% spent entirely on people, with the lights off and the heat off, and me sitting in the dark. 26. 26 people. Out of 791.
He spent one more day trying to make it not be true, and this is the part he tells later as a joke, and it is a good joke, and it is also the exact moment he stops being a boy who plays games about logistics and becomes a man who does them.
Okay, so the grid. If the grid gives 4 thousandths a day, and I could get more line in, if I could get, 3-phase up here, if I could talk to the estate about the wind farm, if I What's a cell hold? Full. What's one of those columns hold? Full.
Enough.
No, mate. I need... Right. Other way.
If the line was up and it never came down and it was giving everything it's got all day, every day, and nothing was drawing, how long to fill one?
You'd not see it done.
I know I wouldn't see it done. How long?
Nor your father. Nor his.
He did the sum on the back of the map anyway, because he had to see it written down. The entire supply of a glen, every kettle, every immersion, every milking parlour on that road, pouring into one column, without pause, without loss, for the whole of a human life and then some.
411 years. 411. Oh, that's brilliant. That's absolutely brilliant, that. I'm not running out of power. I never had any. I've got a torch. I've got a torch with 4% in it and 100,000 people behind it.
He laughed about it for a while, and then he stopped laughing about it, and that took considerably longer. There is a version of a 17-year-old boy who, at this point, wakes somebody up. That is not the one you have got. He wrote out a standing operating procedure, in pencil, on the back of 4 sheets of the solicitor's headed paper.
1. Nothing gets heated. Not the gallery, not the corridor, not me. I bring the coat. 2. Lights off wherever I can make it turn them off. I've got a torch and the dog knows the way.
3. No wake gets spent to find out something a book could have told me. He already looked 9,500 times. I'm not doing his survey again.
4. Nothing gets woken until I can offer it something better than being awake in a hole. 5. 26 is the number. Whatever else happens. 26.
Then he did the thing that he had been circling for 4 days. He opened the ledger to page 231, where a pencil went off the line to the right by 4 millimeters on the 27th of February and stopped. He got a pencil. He put a straight edge across the last unfinished line, and he did not cross it out, because he did not know yet, and because you do not cross out what you have not looked at. And he started a new line underneath it, in handwriting that was nothing whatsoever like his grandfather's, smaller, rounder, a boy's hand, the hand of somebody who has done most of his writing on a screen.
29th of October.
Ellis McKay.
Taking over.
231 pages of a dead man's handwriting, and then 1 line of a living boy's, and then 9 blank pages. He filled them all, eventually. He filled that book, and 4 more after it. And the last thing anyone ever finds of him, a very long way from here, is a notebook. He came down at 6 in the morning, and Isla was at the table with the kettle on the gas out of habit, even though the power was, well...
You're up that hill every night now.
Yeah.
Deer counts, is it?
And he looked at her, and she looked back at him, entirely level, with both hands round a mug. She had worked it out days ago. She had been waiting to see how long he would take.
I'm not asking you to tell me. I'm telling you I've noticed, and that when you're ready, you're going to want somebody, and there's 4 of us in this glen, and one of them's a dog.
Isla.
Eat your toast.